Well, citizens from Washington to California have been rattled by a green fireball that shot across the heavenlies. In fact, many people were posting videos on X and Instagram regarding the footage. And what's interesting is this particular meteorite comes right after another one that struck Ohio. Something is going on in the heavenlies. Take a look at where I found it. This is on KATU News. And they asked, hey, did you see the green fireball that was being reported from Portland all the way to Seattle? And here's what was caught on a dash cam.
Did you see the meteor this morning? Several people report seeing a bright green fireball around 6:06, according to Jim Todd at OMSI. A fireball is a particularly bright meteor that can be seen from a distance of about 60 to 80 miles above. According to the American Meteor Society, people from Portland to Snohomish, Washington reported the sighting. KQ viewer Jason Jenkins captured the fireball on his dash cam.
So there you have it, this bright green thing in the sky. Here's another view of it, and I'll play this kind of in the background. You can see it gets closer in that big green fireball. So this is the reports that were reportedly saw by hundreds of people. In fact, I'd speculate even higher than that because those are only the reports that came in. Take a look at the Gateway Pundit. Bright green fireball zooms through the sky in Washington and California. Residents from Washington to Cali reported seeing a green fireball zoom through the skies in the early hours of Monday morning. The American Meteor Society reported that Monday morning that it received over 200 reports of a green fireball from residents in Seattle stretching all the way to San Francisco. Manager of the American Meteor Society, Mike Hankey, stated a fireball meteor came into the atmosphere and it was a small rock from an asteroid fragment from an asteroid. So there's all of that. What's interesting is this comes on the heels of another meteor fireball, if you will, that was reported in Ohio and Pennsylvania. So it seems there's an awful lot of heavenly traffic that is visible lately, by the way, none of which was really called out by NASA, which is extremely concerning. But here's the one that went over Ohio, and this was back just about a week ago, not even a week ago, but you can see it going across the sky here as it shoots. Now, what's interesting about this is it was 6 feet wide and weighed, I believe it's 7 tons that it actually weighed. And here's information on that so you don't have to take my word for it. This is on Newsbreak Science. NASA confirms boom in Ohio was 17,000 pound meteor. And more specifically, right, people around Ohio noticed this about 9 a.m. It shook their homes. And NASA confirmed it's a 6-foot, 1,700 pound meteor that traveled 44,000 miles over northeast Ohio, 50 miles above Lake Erie when the first flash was detected. And I did a report on this when it came out. The reason that I find this concerning is because NASA didn't tell anybody about it, right? I guess it's kind of right under their threshold or whatever, but I would like to know if there is an incoming threat. But take a look at this article, and this is on WIOnews.com. We can't defend why Cleveland, Ohio meteor hit was a serious wake-up call for humanity. And it goes on to distinguish, obviously the size, a 7-ton asteroid, right? How fast it traveled, how big it was. Not only that, but the explosion itself is comparable to a 250 tons of TNT. I mean, when you put that into perspective, that is a military-grade detonation occurring directly above a heavily populated metropolitan area. And this is from a meteor. Now, the reason this is concerning is this right here. And I agree with the writer of this article. And here's what they say regarding all of that. It says the planetary defense blind spot, the most alarming aspect of the March 17th meteor is that no one saw it coming. NASA and other space agencies actively track large near-Earth objects, NEOs. But this asteroid, a 6-foot, 7 tons, was just below the size threshold of what current orbital tracking systems can detect in the darkness of space. It essentially snuck through our planetary defense system, proving that a rock capable of unleashing 250 tons of TNT explosion can hit a populated area with zero absolute warning. And here are those two things streaking through the skies. Not a long report today, but I can't wait to get your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Did you see the green thing spiraling in the sky? What about the one in Ohio? And what do you think about NASA? I'd love to get all of that in the comment section below. I love you guys. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.